Let's go down to the other side of Colton's basement there, where the Ravens are
Yeah,
plastered all over the other side of the wall there.
yeah, this guy's funny.
The Ravens last year, they have, Lamar Jackson came out. They won 9 games with Lamar. Well, 10 games you want to consider the game he got hurt in against the Broncos. They won 10 games with Lamar. They dropped the last 3, make the postseason. It looks like they had a shot against the Bengals until Tyler Huntley jumps over the pile and Sam Hubbard runs 98 yards down the field and ultimately seals the deal for the Bengals to win that game. In the offseason, it was all, who's going to trade for Lamar? Can't negotiate a contract. This money guaranteed, that money guaranteed. They lock up their franchise guy for a 5-year deal with $51.5 million guaranteed. And let's go into this offense here.
So can I say the first thing?
I think we might have the same thing here, so I'll let you say it.
Zero excuses for Lamar this year. Like he
That
doesn't
was not what I was going to say.
the elite passer that everyone already says he is, with a good receiving core for once, a good run game, and a good low line. They're the zero excuses.
I'm gonna work my way backwards with this one. Okay, so Lamar's at quarterback, Tyler Huntley's the backup. The running backs, though, J.K. Dobbins, he's looking for new contracts on the pup again for another year. Gus Edwards, he's still there. The offensive line, I think that loss of Ben Powers is really going to affect the Ravens. But they add, I can't really consider the guy that they drafted there at left guard because he's the guy from USC and he was going to be at first 2-round prospect they got in the 6th round. He's going to be a star when he's healthy, but he won't play this year. It's going to be next year. It's the guy that tore his ACL at the combine. If you guys remember that video. The kid from USC.
Yeah, it sounds like a gunshot.
Yeah. But I love this receiving core. This gives me the shades of when they won the Super Bowl, okay? Where they had Anquan Bolden, Torrey Smith, Jacoby Jones. Odell Beckham, I'm not comparing Odell Beckham to Anquan Bolden, but Zay Flowers been giving people headaches at Ravens camp, the entire defense. Rashad Bateman, easily one of the fastest receivers on the team with Devin Duvernay to complement him. I really think that them and then the addition of Todd Monken might explode this offense. I really think it's going to erupt. And still, Mark Andrews, a top 3 tight end in the AFC as well. I really think this offense has the capability to explode as a passing offense.
I absolutely love Zay Flowers. I think Boston College held him back from what he really could have been. And that's why he went a little underrated and fell in the draft. Wasn't like considered a top guy, even though nobody they said nobody really was, but there definitely were. Like, I like this team. I like the way it's built. It's just if Lamar can unlock that part of his game where he's that elite passer, he can run the ball like crazy. He can throw decently well, but that extra gear he needs, he hasn't shown it yet.
So, J.K. Dobbins is not playing this year.
No, he's on the pup. No, he'll play this year. He's not in training camp right now. He's just on the physically unable to perform list at the moment.
Edwards is cool too.
I definitely needed to clarify that, And Melvin Gordon, by the way, is on this team.
I don't think he makes the team. I really don't.
It's so unfortunate.
As much as I want to see these running backs that are free agent that get signed, I don't think Gordon makes this team.
No.
But also, the Ravens running back room is just crowded with someone's going to get injured at some week. You're going to see another guy step up and just take over their spot. That's kind of like how this whole offense is. But this receiving core, I think, has the capability of just being like
a lot of depth too. A lot of depth. Nelson Aguilar didn't even mention Laquan Treadwell. The guys
he got hands like Aguilar.
It's guys we.
The big one here is I agree with Jake. There's no excuses for Lamar. There's none. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything with Lamar Jackson now. He's got everything he could ask for. Rashad Bateman's a very good player. I loved him coming out of Purdue. He's a very, very good receiver. The fact that you got Odell Beckham now, Zay Flowers, and again, top 3 in the AFC. I think he's top 3 in the NFL, and Mark Andrews. Like, that guy's a beast. And you have a great running back room still. Like, there's no excuse for Lamar Jackson. No excuse. Like, they got to come out of the gate hot. Like, let's go. Let's see it, Lamar. So if they're struggling early, have fun. Have fun dealing with that media. Lamar, you got your weapons. Why are you struggling.
This is his best receiving core like he's ever played with.
Yes, absolutely, not a question.
And this is definitely the best receiving core that the Ravens have had since the Super Bowl run that they had back with the elite Joe Flacco. He's always been elite.
I want to ask you guys a question. We saw Lamar get that contract, right? All, injuries previously, we need to see his play elevate a little bit more for a whole season and stuff. What percentage do you have at him actually living up to that contract?
70%.
I don't think he lives up to that contract.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask what you guys thought about that. Because, I have it at like a solid.
I have it as 85%. I think he can erupt. I really think Todd Monken's going to just unlock
You also are playing him.
No,
It's
like, no, you're not allowed to, do audibles at the offensive line. He's a quarterback. He has to audible the damn play. Like, come on.
If he's not able to
there's too many excuses. There's been too many.
And he's not getting hurt on the run. He's one of the smartest runners in the league. He gets hurt in the pocket. Like that's the problem. He just gets blindsided. He tries to just move up in the pocket. That's when these injuries happen to him.
Either way, you're not paying the guy to play 12 games a season. You're paying him to play 17 at one of the highest levels that we've ever seen, according to that contract. And I think that's just.
I'm very glad they paid him. I'm very glad the Ravens forked up the bill. I was getting very nervous. They weren't going to.
For selfish reasons? Is that why?
Yes, for the Steelers reasons. And I want Lamar to get paid. Hey, Lamar getting his bag. But yeah, for Steelers reasons, I'm very glad they paid that man. I'm very glad.
That's fair.
Well, give me the defense.
Let's go to the defensive side of the ball here, where they trade for Roquan Smith midseason last year. They give Roquan Smith $20 million a year. The secondary, Rockison is not that Marcus Peters complement to Marlon Humphreys, okay? And Arthur Mollett. Do you like it or hate it that he's there, Colton? I'm pretty sure he was a Jet at one point. It was just like he was on the bad end.
He's bounced around the league. He's a slot corner, and no way in heck they play him outside. He's small. He gets burnt quite a bit, but then he makes some plays. Like, he's a solid player. Steeler Nation, kind of hammered me. I'd jump into spaces and I'd be defending Arthur Mollett, and I'd get murdered for it. I'd get peppered with old apples, rotten apples. People didn't like him. So take that as you will. I thought he was a decent player. I never grade him as a star corner or a star slot guy where he's in the top 15, but I thought he did the job. But again, Steeler Nation's happy for him to go. So tell you that. Take that as you may.
I think I could confidently say this is one of the worst defenses I've seen Baltimore have in a very long time.
Yeah.
See, I thought the same thing, and I've heard from NFL Network and everyone else this is a great defense. I'm like, why? I'm getting to the quarterback. You have to get to the quarterback in this league, and where are they getting to the quarterback? They lost Justin Houston, who was great for them last year. Where are you getting to the quarterback on this roster? Sorry.
I hope David Ojabo can do that.
Yeah, go blue. But again, he was very good, and he had Aiden Hutchinson next to him. I'm not taking anything away from what Ojabo was, but okay, you're now going to be filed in on as an edge rusher, by yourself. Same thing with Bud Dupree. Bud Dupree, when he left Pittsburgh, went to Tennessee, got paid a lot of money. I don't know if he's going to be that good by himself, and he wasn't good by himself. So, we'll see. This is his rookie season. He clearly blew his Achilles out at the Michigan Pro Day last year. So this is his rookie season. So we'll see what David Ojabo can do. But where are you getting to the quarterback? There's nothing there. I love Patrick Queen, and I don't think the Ravens love him. I don't think they picked up his fifth-year option.
I would love to trade for Patrick Queen. I really would.
I really think Howie Roseman might be sneaking around that one.
He's on the phone right now. He's watching.
Their safeties are great, but Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton, clearly. Kyle Hamilton, rookie last year at Notre Dame. Clearly fell down the draft boards as a safety. It just happens. Nothing against him personally. Just
Jamal Adams.
We don't value safeties. So, again, their secondary solid. What Marlon Humphrey, what you're going to get from them. And clearly the two safeties are great. Marcus Williams coming over last season from the Saints. They're very good. But like, just where are you getting to the quarterback? Like the North has pretty solid tackles. So where are you getting to the quarterback? Sorry, I don't see it here.
Oweh, you're forgetting about
Yeah, that's a solid. But
Oweh and Ajabo, I think, is a nice combo. But yeah,
It's last in the North as far as edge rushers, and by quite a bit. It's not close.
it's not their lofty standard of what their defenses used to be. Like them and the Steelers have a really lofty standard.
that's what I was saying before. There's a certain product we expect from this division, and from especially the Ravens and the Steelers, like Jake said.
It's a brand new front. You lost Justin Houston. You lost Calais Campbell, and you lost.
They should not have cut him, man. I don't know what they were thinking.
Who the heck?
JPP.
Jason Pierre-Paul. Yes, Jason Pierre-Paul. You lost him as well. So,
like, when I think of like Ravens defenses, I think of like, you got your Ray Lewis's, your Sizzle, your Ed Reed, but like there's no one on that team that's like, man, this is a cornerstone guy. I think Roquan Smith could be the cornerstone of the defense, but like they don't have that other guy that screams like, man, just like it screams like, hey, we got these three guys. They're cornerstones here for 10 plus years, 15 plus years. Like they just don't got that guy.
Roquan Smith is.
I'm putting Oweh in there.
Phenomenal.
I am. Kyle Hamilton, and you still have Marlon Humphrey, but
Marcus Williams was a great addition as well. Marcus Williams was kind of a dog on New Orleans, to be honest. But again, I think this team, like you said, is the worst defensive team we've seen from the Ravens in a long time. I think they took.
Even since they moved to Baltimore, it could be the worst defense we've seen. Like, there's never a time that their defense has just been bad. Like, this is probably the worst that we have seen it.
Yeah.
On paper, I hope I'm wrong.
It probably is the worst
not.
of our lifetime. You're right.
Yeah.
Hope Bernard Pollard comes in your room tonight, Dom. Let's go into the schedule here, okay?
Sorry, I was still affected by your
judging.
The seething in his eyes there.
You bring up the name of him, man. Again, like another AFC North team that has to just run through the first round of their division in the first, opening weeks.
Oh, yeah.
That's difficult too. And, oh my God, they got to go that's a difficult stretch. Houston, Cincinnati, Colts, that's not bad. But going on the road, you got to play the Browns, the Steelers, and then you got to go to London. That is a terrible stretch.
Terrible. And it's always guaranteed.
And they don't even have the bye week there. They got to go home and play the Lions a week. Like, what's going on here? That's terrible. That is just... Oh, yeah, and then there's the Cardinals. They're going to win 58-0, okay? Like...
when we're done with all these previews, I need a montage. Will says 58-0 every episode.
Lamar Jackson's gonna break the rushing record. He's gonna throw 300, throw another 600 on him. Like, this is the team I really hate is the Cardinals this year. I really do. And whenever I see them, I'm just gonna make sure that's a point.
Well, thankfully we say it one more time, I guess. All right.
On this episode, I think there's probably still another 10 times we got to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. I'm saying one more time in this episode, but yeah, it's. Again, every AFC North team, the bare minimum you could say is like 9-10 wins.
God, that's such. And then a week 13.
Dude, I have a hard time. Terrible. Jake's showing me what I thought in my head. I have a hard time saying more than 8 wins.
I counted 7.
Yeah, I actually.
Wow.
I have a real, and this is me saying they beat the Browns maybe twice. I'm like giving them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. That last half of the season stretch sucks. That is brutal.
There's
dude.
like one win in that.
Yeah.
After the London trip.
Awful. You go 58-0 over the Cardinals, and you might not win a game for the rest of the season. Like,
yeah, they're after the bye is pretty tough. Like the first game out, the Rams, sure, they'll probably beat the Rams. Like I don't think the Rams are that good, but like after that, yikes.
I counted 9 wins.
What?
I think they beat the Dolphins. I mean, they got to play them the Ravens play them at home. The Fish don't really do too good in the cold. Okay, I think they could squish the Fish that week.
Okay,
but other than that, I think after the bye they could beat the Rams and the Dolphins. I think those are the only 2 wins.
I still don't have double digit. I think this is bottom of the division. Honestly, maybe.
Wow.
I think 9 wins. I think 9 wins is a perfect total. I think
Their offense is going to have to put up points where their offense really hasn't had to do that. So that's what it comes down to. Lamar Jackson, hey, that's it.
Exactly. Barring a MVP next level Lamar Jackson who stays healthy, this
is me staying healthy all season too. If that's not happening, I say it's a guaranteed bottom of the division. If he's not healthy for this whole season, I can't count on Huntley. If he's not healthy, they drop out of the division for me. That's it. Because even with him healthy, like I said, I have a hard time giving them double-digit wins. I really do.
The defense too.
They have to start off really, really good. They have to start off look at the first 3 weeks. If they somehow have Joe Burrow still struggling, you got to start off 3-0. Have to.
4. They have to start off 4-0.
And then you go to London. That's tough, man. The whole thing is tough. And then you have the second half stretch is one of the most brutal second half stretches I've seen and then this really late bye week. I mean, dude, that's brutal. This is one of the worst schedules I may have ever seen.
It's always a rough schedule if there's 3 road games in a row. Always. Those are always the worst schedules because you're guaranteed to lose the third one.
But at least they're not going from California to the Cleveland or Pittsburgh and then London. At least it's all kind of relatively, a short plane ride away.
London, I don't know how much it matters, to be honest. London.
Well, I mean, we saw the Packers last year. They went to London. They said, "Oh, we want to take a later bye week," and they got beat by the Jets. I think that bye week after London's a big essential for any team that plays over there.
Again, no excuses for Lamar, but this is a tough season, and
I think the offense could do great, but I think the defense is not going to be helping them that much. I really don't think so. That defense is just going to be struggling. And if you lose Marlon Humphreys, that's you don't have another corner that screams hey, I could cover a wide receiver 1. It's just
the Chiefs in recent seasons don't have the best defense, but we don't give Mahomes that excuse. I'm not giving Lamar gets paid enough. He doesn't.
Mahomes could drive down the field in 13 seconds to, score.
Okay. Lamar's getting paid
like that guy.
You need him to perform like that guy, period. Colton said for selfish reasons, he likes that contract, and there you go. You pay Mahomes to do that. Mahomes does it. You're paying this guy to do that. We need him to do that. No excuses, period.
You're going to put up points. There's no excuse for him not to put up points. That's kind of what it is. That's what this team is.